Entering accessibility narration volume set to 100.
We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will kick it away to start. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback. Take off. The 25-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Let's go. Break. Single, single. White 18, Rocky Swift. Patriot.
Johnson wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give out of the gun. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground game.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
That's caught. It's Stewart. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking to fire. This time on target. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, you get it to him, let him do the rest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moore to the air. That's reeled in. It's Benson. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
As a quarterback, I'm trying to find my matchup, get the ball to my guy so he can do something with it after the catch. When you put it on his body, he can catch it and then break a tackle and make a play happen like he did just there.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Oregon! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Extra point here will tie the game.
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. The sure hands, it's Anderson. Turns it on in midfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. LSU right back to the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Durham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands is Watkins. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Wow, what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Making side adjustments here. Moore will throw. Took a shot as he threw. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance.
It's a running room. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Moore to the air. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, looking for the completion. trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll slide after picking up the first down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do I do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Here's the handoff. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Moore will throw. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be changing the route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Zings it complete to the right. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left side. Touchdown Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
And he had just enough to will that one home. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're going to run it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Looking left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Stewart. Turning it on! Touchdown Ducks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Johnson wants to throw it. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place.
Going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on third down in your end of the field, you better be right because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Moore will throw. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Quarterback may change this route. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This one's complete. Oh, a lot of space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's second and long. Wants to throw again. Right on the money. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Under fire. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. He's going for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
To the air on first down. Throwing right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Moore to the air. Got him downfield. Touchdown Ducks! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown LSU.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Moore will throw. Quickly complete. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really...
Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Had to throw it before he wanted.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. First play of the drive, wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And he tacked on the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. He wants to change this route. Moore to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. Getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready, fight.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride at the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU! This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Biletnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Stewart.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Back to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wideout. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it inside the 30. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So for the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Brown. On the move at the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line. get to the line quickly for this third down play. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely...
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the... Five-yard line. Timeout called by... defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Quarterback and running back set up in the... position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return. They'll start this drive at their own 25.